So now I'm going to need to work with this and make this into a regular view like you would see on a drawing. So first, let me go and erase. I'm just hitting them and doing escape, delete. Rid of those. I do need to get my labels in here, but I need to do them in a fairly nice way where if I do that, you can pretty much see all of them all the way along here. And I'll do the same thing. I'll run this one over. I think this looks like a good place to. And I don't have to get everything shown, just sort of a nice set of views of it so that those can show up. And those will be okay. Okay, you'll be able to see those on the drawings. Some people will put in another set like over here, just so that you don't have to follow lines around too far. Okay, so you just want to make sure that it's easy to see and trace a line to show an elevation. Okay, and that was on Massing and Sights contour labels. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I split this out. I did that split thing again where I did Massing and Sights split, and I just split it all along there because that's my roadway. Okay, so now I can put a couple of annotations in. So I'm going to do a spot elevation right in the middle of the roadway. And I've just clicked it a few times. And I'll put one near the start of the roadway. Okay, so I'm putting some elevation markers in there. Sometimes I have to clean these up just a little bit to make them look better. You can look at yours and move these as you see fit. Okay. And now I need some spot elevations on each one of these so that somebody knows the elevation of my building pads. And I just double click into place and then one more click to get it set. Okay, so now I've got all of those. I can put some dimensions on a typical one. 40 feet by 30 feet. And you can just add a note later on that those are typical dimensions. So I'm starting to get an idea, right? But now the important part is I need those spot elevations on each corner. And that can be a little bit hard to get it just right. I know that that's really 10 feet. So getting it to say exactly 10 feet can be a little hard. I'm going to show you how to fix that later on. Just get it pretty close. That one came in right on. They don't always. Okay, and I'm having to put them everywhere where I see. Oops. You get that one to walk into. And so now there's some cleaning up to do. You want these things probably not to be quite so. Let's see if we can do it at quite so many decimal places. Let's see if we can find those primary units format. So I can undo project settings, feet and fractional inches, and take them probably to the nearest, say, half inch or quarter inch. We'll go half inch. Okay. Okay. And now all of a sudden, these look like much better, easier to see numbers. So again, how I did that is I clicked on one of them, edit the type, and somewhere down here, there's the units format. Click, uncheck the project settings, go to rounding, and pick nearest half inch. There you've got most of a good topo drawing. And again, I think these look maybe a little bit dark. Let's go ahead and look at those graphics by category and color, lighten it up a little bit. And I think that was the one. And I can even change my transparency. I'm not sure. Maybe were those the projection lines? Okay. Maybe the weight could be 5. So one of those was the wrong one to do. Probably this one. Okay, so I'm just going to do a Control C to get that back. Let's see if I get the right one. Okay, override graphics. I don't do this that often, so I have to go learn how to do it too. Probably not surface, probably projection lines. And I'm going to lighten it up. Even just a little bit more. That didn't do it. I'm going to have to figure out which ones to do. It'll be one of these, guys. And we'll set the line weight. Should be a nice light one. So I'll play with that to get those to look a little bit lighter. It's not bad the way it is, but it will look a little bit better. So now I have a topo drawing. There's still a few things that we want to do. Okay. But this really is the basics of it. If you get this, you're in pretty good shape. You can put in U drive and areas of states, and we do want a north arrow, right? We want to make sure that any one drawing clearly identifies where north is. That's important. Okay. I might be able to copy this detail. See if I can copy it. Not sure it'll copy over to here. Doesn't look like it will. So I might have to redraw that one again. I could make it a symbol, but we're not that far along. Okay, so I need to draw my region again. No, I can get that. Go. That would be 50. And then I can make a region. I don't want solid black. There we go. And so on and so forth. You'll take your time to get those things in there. So now I've got a property. Oh, look at this. All of a sudden it looks terrible. Okay, so I'm going to right click, hide in view that category. I wanted to get rid of all of the topographies in this view. My property lines needed to stay as they were. Okay, now I do need the property lines here again, and I need my topographies, but on my property lines, I want to just see my property lines. Okay, so that's how you make a topo drawing or a topo view. Put your areas of states in here, put your text in here, and then this is going to go on one. But this lets everybody know about all of the good stuff. Okay, now I'm going to make a real quick copy of this and make a drainage plan. Right click, duplicate with detailing, and rename it as drainage plan. So you see how everything starts with your property line drawing and then develops to topography. And now we're going to make things out of this. Okay, and we're going to put spot slopes on to just show how the drainage goes. And you just want to get a good idea of it. Now I've got arrows showing how the drainage goes on just about every lot to show kind of the slope of the lot. And I put 2 here because these lines are all very close together, so it's a large slope, and these ones got a little farther apart, so it's a little bit smaller slope. I could maybe decide to put one in here too, just because this is a big expanse in here. That's how quick it is to make your drainage plan. So now I've got property lines, topography, drainage plan. Other plans might also get done. Utility plans, planting plans, any number of other plan views that civil engineers might decide they need. You could put in plans for permeability, things like that, stormwater pollution prevention plans. So all of that can be done. And we're ignoring the street right now. We're not doing a street design. We're doing the lot design. Okay. If you feel like it, you can put these lot numbers on here like we did in the other ones. So that you have a reference from one to the other. So we'll talk about the details of this during lab, but you can certainly get started on this and get a long way with it. And these can kind of move over to a common point on each one so that it looks just sort of, you just want things to look sort of standardized as you go. There's no thing that says where those have to be, but it's just nice to be able to put, your numbers in the middle, put these over in some sort of a common corner. It is important to know what elevation each pad is at I'm using the arrow key to move those, by the way. Click, arrow keys. That's how I'm getting them to move. Click, arrow keys. And you can get these close by eye. They don't have to be exactly in the middle. Okay, so you see how that starts to clean it up just a little bit. So there we go. We've got most of a drainage plan. We're missing Aries Estates and a little bit right here. Sorry, of a topography. And you would do the same one. You do the same thing right here. Okay. If you do all that work first, of course, it shows up automatically. So there we go. There's just a little bit more stuff. You're kind of cruising right through this.